Shalom, Chaverim and Chaverot, dear friends. This has been the hardest 2 weeks of my 42 years in Israel. I've been here during wars, during terror attacks, during many disasters, but never, ever have we experienced the horrors and the devastation and the tragedy of the past 2 weeks, starting on Simchat Torah, Shabbat, 2 weeks ago. People are going from one funeral to another, from one shiva to the next, trying to find comfort, trying to make sense. The media is full of stories and pictures of tragedy, of disaster, of loss, and of mourning, but also of heroic stories and self-sacrifice of people who did amazing things to save others. And as usual, children have borne the brunt and are the victims of this tragedy more than anybody else. Not only the little babies and the children who were murdered and those who have been taken hostage to Gaza, but the children who are exposed to so much pain and so much tragedy on the media and in the newspapers and on TV. So Emunah has done a number of things to alleviate the pain and to help people to overcome just their initial shock and trauma, even though most of our facilities are still closed. We have 2 hotlines, one for our staff and for the families of our 3,500 employees who are going to need help and needed somebody just to listen to them. Another hotline for Holocaust survivors and senior citizens, manned by Emunah professionals, help people who are finding it difficult to arrange things, keep their lives together, since they're alone at this very difficult time. Emunah is raising money for food packages for some of our clients who are really struggling to make ends meet, people who are displaced in hotels, in places where it's not home, they don't have a home to go back to, they don't know when they go back whether their home will still be whole. Emunah is also opening our counseling centers and reaching out to the families of soldiers who are on the borders, who have been called up to reserve and who are back home. Many of them young families with children who are also alone and need our support. Our counseling and therapy centers have professionals with years of trauma counseling experience, and they will be available to help people going forward in order to ensure that these people who have experienced trauma, which we won't be able to take away, will not develop PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, which will negatively impact their lives for years to come. So your support and your generosity at this time is paramount and really important to us. We ask you, those who have not supported us in the past, to please join Emunah's family and help these children and these families in Israel. And those who have supported us, please dig a little deeper. Help us to make sure that these children and their families have a positive Israeli future. Am Yisrael Chai.